Mount slides are also pretty simple, but you'll want to make sure that you really focus on the alignment. It's easy to get these misaligned and damage the inner workings. I push the runners all the way into the cabinet and then line up the drawer portion with the case portion. Then push the drawer all the way into the cabinet. Upon reassembly, the initial closing force may be a little greater, but subsequent operation should be smooth and effortless. For undermount slides, I begin with the slides extended from the cabinet, and I lay the drawer box on top of the metal runners. Then just push the drawer box into the cabinet. The runners engage the front retaining clips automatically, and then the drawer is secured in place. I can adjust the height of the drawer by sliding the front mechanism, or I can tilt at the back of the slide in order to get an even level operation. To reinstall the doors on these European hinges, I just align the front of the hinge with the front of the mounting plate and click it in place. Not every European hinge has a clip attachment though. Yours may have a screw at the back edge to secure it to the base plate. In this case, the screw also acts as the depth adjuster for the door. So let's take a look at adjusting European hinges. European hinges offer 6-way adjustments. They move in and out, up and down, and side to side. And you can combine adjustments to twist or rotate a door as well, making it a cinch to achieve a perfect fit. I usually start by adjusting the protrusion of the door. I want about 1/8 inch between the face of the door and the face of the cabinet for these overlay doors. The rearmost screw on the hinge body provides this adjustment. Next, I adjust the door height. I'm only focusing on the hinge side of the door at this point. Most Euro hinges accomplish this by a screw on the base plate. Be sure to move the upper and lower hinges in conjunction with one another in order to avoid binding. My goal is to position the hinge side of the door centered on the cabinet box's height. Some hinges don't have a dedicated screw to adjust height. In that case, you'll have to loosen the hinge plate itself, moving it upwards or downwards, and then secure it back on the case side. To wrap up fitting these doors, I need to adjust them side to side. If a door is crooked, like this one, I can adjust one hinge arm at a time, left and right, skewing the door until it's level. To achieve a nice reveal at the edge of the cabinet, as well as an even gap between doors, I adjust both hinge arms in tandem. And remember, some of the fasteners on European hinges might be posi drive screws, so be sure to use the right driver to secure them. The last step of our cabinet install is to attach the knobs and pulls to open the doors and drawers of our cabinetry. Now there's no hard and fast rules here as far as what types of knobs and pulls that you should select, but I'd recommend selecting something that complements the cabinetry and the appliances that'll go with it. The biggest hurdle to overcome with installing the knobs and pulls is to remain consistent and uniform in their location. To accomplish this, I use a simple jig for laying them out. You can buy jigs like this at most home centers, or you can make your own. They're really simple. With the centers marked, drill holes for the fasteners. Here, a block of wood will help control tear out when the bit exits the back of the door. Then just screw the fastener and the pull together. For installing decorative hardware on your drawer boxes, you may need to replace the fasteners that came with your hardware in exchange for ones that are longer, that will pass through the drawer box and the applied drawer front. But other than fastener length, the process is the same. We've covered the most common hardware options here, but by no means have we covered them all, and your cabinets may have something different. For an in-depth view of door and drawer hardware, there's some great resources out there. Most manufacturers have this information on their websites. And that wraps up our cabinet installation. We started with the design process and transferred that design to our bare walls. Then we installed our upper cabinets, followed by our base cabinets, shimming everything level and plumb. We concealed the raw edges of our cabinets with decorative panels. Then we installed our countertops and cut out our sink opening. And we wrapped things up by adjusting our hinges and doors and installing the decorative hardware. See, installing your own kitchen cabinets really is that simple.